Hey everyone, this is Josh with Lappin Bookkeeping Services, and today we're going to kick off a series of how-to videos for small business owners. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I just haven't gotten to it yet, but now is a great time to get started. The whole point of this series is to help small business owners learn more about QuickBooks and to help those business owners who want to do more of the bookkeeping by themselves. So there's a percentage of small business owners out there who want to continue to do their QuickBooks, and I wanted to provide them with some resources to help them to do that. Now, the advice that I give is applicable to most small businesses, but just to be fully transparent, I do specialize in a couple of different niches. The first one is real estate. So a lot of the things that I'll be talking about here will be geared towards that. The second is childcare, daycares, and related services. And the third one, which I'm dabbling in a little bit, is the mental health services space. So when I give the examples, I'm going to be coming at it from the point of view of those different industries. But this information could be applied to a lot of different other industries. One thing I will say too, one thing it may not apply as much to would be to businesses that rely heavily on inventory. So just to start off with, we are going to be working in QuickBooks. That is still kind of the standard software for the small business owner. And for small businesses, I'm generally talking about companies probably with revenues of probably $5 million and under and less than 100 employees. If you're exceeding that, you are probably going to need a different solution. So this would probably not be the right video for you. But nevertheless, let's kind of jump into the first topic today, which is going to be how to choose the correct plan and subscription for your online QuickBooks account. One more thing as well, I do recommend that you use the QuickBooks Online accounts. Everything is moving to be online and to be digital, and QuickBooks is putting the majority of their resources into QuickBooks Online. There is a desktop version. However, I recommend that you don't go down that path because at some point you're probably going to have to end up converting over to online anyway. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, so you can see on the page here that I'm at QuickBooks pricing page, and you have four different main options to start off with. You can see there's other things that you can buy from QuickBooks, but primarily we're going to talk about their basic subscription hosting today. So this will get you set up and running in QuickBooks and allow you to take care of your bookkeeping in their online software. So you've got four different plan types, and I'm going to go through a little bit of each one and just kind of give you a quick overview of kind of what you get and what you probably should be using based on the kind of business that you're in. So the first one is called Simple Start. It's going to run you about $30 a month after you get through your kind of promotional pricing. So Simple Start is the lowest version of QuickBooks Online, and this one is really geared towards what I would say solopreneurs, those people who are in business for themselves and it's just them. So if you're running that kind of business where you're the only person working in the business, Simple Start would be a great solution. So with Simple Start, you're going to get your basic ability to run your basic bookkeeping, track your income and expenses. You can invoice with Simple Start. So if you're running a business that requires that, you've got the mileage tracking built in, which is really helpful. That's something we'll probably talk about more in a different video, but it is available on this plan. You can do your sales tax, which is important if you're selling things that require that. You get ability to do estimates as well, and you've got receipt capture. And usually this plan only allows one user to have a username. So that shouldn't be a problem if you're kind of the solopreneur, as I mentioned. And you can go from there. So the Simple Start, from what I've been using it for, is for mental health therapists who are in business for themselves and they don't have any employees. So it's just them and their business and their income and expenses. So it works great for that. The second option you have for QuickBooks Online is the Essentials. And as you can see, it's going to run you about $55 a month once your promotion is done. And with all these subscriptions, they kind of build on each other. So you get everything that you got in Simple Start. The main additions that you get for Essentials are you can have more users with different logins. The importance of the different users is you want to be able to track who has been working in QuickBooks Online. So for this subscription level, you would probably have the owner, and then you maybe have like an office manager or somebody else. The whole point though is you want to be able to see who logged in and who worked in QuickBooks and who made changes and things like that for accountability purposes. The other thing that you can do is you can actually connect more sales channels. You can do bill management, which means you can basically, it's giving you the ability to do accounts payable, and then you can enter time. So this subscription level is usually best for small businesses who are starting to take on a couple employees, because you have the ability to have some more users. So you can have an office manager maybe, or a part-time accountant who wants to have their own separate login. And then of course you got your bill management and your ability to enter time, so you can start tracking the time for employees. So the time thing we could probably talk about in a different video as well. So you have that. So like I said, this is for small businesses that are probably taking on a few employees. This would probably work great for a small daycare that's kind of just starting to bring on its first set of employees and help. The next subscription level that QuickBooks offers is the Plus plan, which is going to run you about $85 a month after your promotional pricing. And this is going to give you a lot of important features, especially if you are using this for real estate. So some of these are included in the list, and a couple of other ones I've added. You get more access to sales channels. You also get more users. You get 5 on this level here. And this level also adds inventory and project profitability. The inventory is something that we don't, well, at least in my niches, I don't use a whole lot, but the project profitability is something that you do use. In addition to that, you also get the ability to class, which is you can assign income and expenses to different categories. They call them classes. And what we end up using this for in real estate is the ability to assign income and expenses to your different properties. That way you can keep up exactly what each different property is doing. The other really cool feature is You can also do locations as well. You can track by location. So let's just say you have properties in a different city. You can distinguish the different cities as well. So I guess you could use that to track the profitability of different markets generally and overall. And the other thing, back to the project profitability, which is really cool, is you can actually track different projects, the income and expenses related to them. So what most people end up using this for is for flips. So if you do flipping as a part of your real estate, using the project feature is a really great way to keep up with exactly what's going on in that project. So, and then the final subscription level is the advanced. I don't use this one very often because a lot of it tends to be more than most small business owners need. The biggest advantage to the advanced is I would say it's probably the reporting features. It's got a lot of extensive reporting things that you can do. And, it has the ability to have a lot of different users. So this is for businesses that have quite a few employees who need to access QuickBooks for different things that they do related to their jobs. So the one that I've seen use the advanced, at least for my industries, are childcare facilities who have multiple locations and multiple employees at each location. So they're the ones who end up using this for their QuickBooks Online. So again, just a really quick high overview. Simple Start is probably going to be your solopreneur, person who's just running a business by themselves. Essentials is going to be your small business with maybe a couple of employees. Plus is going to be used for, this is where I usually like to start off my real estate clients on, because the ability to track projects into class or assign the income expenses to different properties. And then the advanced is for those who are quite large and have multiple locations that have a pretty big operation. So Simple Start, good for therapists who are working by themselves. Essentials, probably a small service business. Plus we use for real estate or people who need to do some kind of inventory management. And then this could also work for a daycare as well that had a couple of different locations, because you can class and locate on this. And the advanced is for your larger company. Large, what I would probably say, is still under 100 employees, but definitely has multiple employees and is really getting into more of the high level stuff, and they need a lot more of the reporting features and things like that. So I hope this video helps. Again, this is a part of a series that I'm going to be doing going forward to just give small business owners some guidance on how to get things set up. If you have any additional questions or anything like that, just reach out to me. The contact information will be below in the description. And if there's anything that I can do to help you out, just let me know. Or if you want to explore bookkeeping services, if you would like to have somebody to do this for you and you don't have to worry about this stuff at all once they get set up, I can also talk to you about that as well. Again, this is Josh from Lappin Bookkeeping Services, and I hope to see you soon.